No, it's I think because like champion, that's a big time word in the dog world. You say a dog's a champion or not? Yeah. You're welcome to do that. Won't be in my class, but you could pretend. Probably won't help your grade any. It's really about what I was going to say. It's, you know how everybody has their own little weird things they do sometimes. Sometimes, yeah. All right, adding and subtracting square roots. The date, what should we put on this? 1/27/14. Good. Now, okay, could you guys simplify this? Okay, do it for me right quick. Just do it and write it down. These two are like terms, so this becomes negative x, or negative 1x, plus 2y minus 10. Are there any other things we could add together? Please pay attention. We're done. Okay? In essence, there's no difference here. How did I change it? What changed? I did, didn't I? Here's the deal with this. You can only add like terms. And what number underneath that square root? Basically, you have three. Here you had three what? X's minus 4x's. You ended up with negative 1x, right? Here I have three what? Square roots of 3 minus 4 square roots of 3. They're the same thing. Think of the x's and these like units. I have 3 apples minus 4 apples. I have negative 1 apple, right? Here I have 3 apples minus 4 apples. I have negative square root of 3 left. Or if it makes you feel better, you can write a 1 there. Okay? These are like terms. Is there a like term to this? How do you think I'm denoting whether they're like terms or not? Here I did because it was what type of term? Y term. What type of term is this? A square root of 2 term. Are there any other square roots of 2 terms? Are there any other just plain number terms here? So you see how the answer was in essence the exact same thing? There's only one difference. Make sure all of your square roots are simplified before combining like terms.
Thank you.
Make sure all your square roots are simplified before combining like terms. Example. Right now, do I have any like terms? Right now, I have no like terms. For this problem. I do not. However, you don't know if it's simplified. It's not simplified unless all square roots are what? Simplified. Are all my square roots simplified here? Hopefully from doing 2 weeks of this, we're at the point where we can tell whether a square root's simplified or not. What's the largest perfect square? It's a factor of 24. Is it 1? Well, the square roots below 24 are what? 16, 9, and 4, right? Will any of those go into this evenly? 16 won't, 9 won't, but 4 will. So this has to be simplified into 3 times square root of 4 times square root of 6. Is this one simplified? What's the largest perfect square? It's a factor of 6. 1. So it is simplified. So that one just comes down and becomes plus 4 square roots of 6. Is this one simplified? No. What's the largest perfect square? It's a factor of 8. So this becomes minus 10 times, how do I split that up? Square root of 4 times square root of what? Does everybody see how I went from here to here now? So there was one that didn't need to be simplified, was it? But the other 2 did. This may change whether you have like terms. It may not. But you can't say the expression is simplified until you've what? Simplified each what? Square root. What happens here? This becomes 3 times what? What does this become right here? Times square root of 6. This stays to 4 square roots of 6. Minus this becomes 10 times what? What does this become? 2 times square root of 2. So as a result, when I simplify this out, what is 3 times 2? So I'm left with 6 square roots of 6 plus 4 square roots of 6 minus 10, or no, not minus 10, what would it be? Minus 20 square roots of what? So, everybody stop writing, look up here. Am I done? Is this simplified? I've simplified each square root, but now since I simplified it, come in. What do I have? I have some like terms, don't I? I have 6 square roots of 6 and 4 square roots of 6. How many square roots of 6 do I have now? I have 10 square roots of what? 6 minus, however, is this a like term? Because it's square root of 2 instead of square root of 6, so minus 20 what? Square roots of 2. Now you're done. It's not so bad, is it? So really the only thing to remember is make sure all your square roots are simplified. And if they are, then if you don't have any like terms, you're done. There, if this had become 6 square roots of 3, you would have been done here, wouldn't you have? But since when you simplified it, you ended up with like terms, didn't you? You couldn't tell that by up here that you were going to have like terms, could you? You had to simplify this one and you ended up having like terms. That is what we're doing today. Any questions on that? You should be able to do